Welcome to the Pioneer Movie Review. I'm Chloe.
And I'm Grayson. Our film today is Inside Out 2.
Yeah, I love this movie so much. So I want to know, what did you think about it?
My first viewing was yesterday, but I thought the movie was, I thought it was good. Like, I know you told me you cried at some parts. I'm a guy, so I didn't cry. But I won't lie, the ending did almost make me tear up.
Yeah.
You know, I know you're going to go through the plot and some things that I have to comment on. I don't have anything like critical to say about the movie. It was put together very well.
So there is just a quick question that I want to ask you. So in the movie, anxiety is the color orange.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think anxiety is an accurate color? Like, do you think her character was an accurate color or not?
Orange is it's not a complacent color. It's like an in-between stuff, I guess. So, I mean, that's what all colors are. They're all combinations of things. But, yeah, orange is I guess it's a fitting color because, you know, not a lot of people have orange as their favorite color. And to speak
Sure.
on that, I actually do like the design of anxiety very well. It's like this weird little creature that looks weird. And, you know, that's what anxiety invokes. It invokes, like, this feeling where, like, you feel out of place. And anxiety is definitely, is it a he or a she?
It's a she.
Yeah, so she definitely invokes that feeling.
Yeah, for sure. Well, just some major scenes that I honestly want to talk about. The first one, the projection scene, where, like, it was basically her imagination. Anxiety was, like, using it against her and was, like, you know, just thinking of, like, every possible scenario that would have been bad. And Joy was like, if you wanted her to be happy, then you would stop hurting her. And anxiety is like, I'm just trying to help her. And, you know, like, I honestly think we've all felt that at some point. I mean, what did you think of that?
I thought the whole idea of, like, the imagination portion of brain was really interesting, like having a whole portion of little things, like drawing up ideas in your head and them having to project it, and also having, like, the memory projections. And I think that honestly it's a good portrayal of how people end up, like, running through stuff in their mind. And the ending of that scene where Joy begins to draw, like, good pictures in order to get Riley, like, pumped up again, maybe on the bit of the fantastical side because she goes a bit over with it, but
Yeah.
that part is actually true. You know, happiness can combat anxiety.
Yeah. In conjunction with that, so there was a scene also where she was, like, on the hill of, like, all the memories that were in the back of the mind, I believe. And, you know, she found the old sense of self, and, you know, but it was, like, slowly fading. It was like, instead of saying, I'm a good person, it was, I'm a good person. You know, like, there was a lot of doubt. And the new sense of self came from all the, like, anxiety core memories where she was saying, I'm not good enough. And then Joy finally found it. But then she heard it, and then she kind of just fell to her knees. And this is what hit me the most, was because, like, you know, anxiety is a powerful emotion. And she said, I don't know how to stop anxiety. Like, I don't know what to do. And she said, maybe this is what happens when you grow up. You feel less joy. And I honestly, like, that hit me hard, you know, because when you're a kid, you know, you're happy all the time. You know, everything's, like, good. You have no responsibilities. You know, like, you're literally just happy. And then, you know, when high school hits, it's not the best emotions you can feel. And I also want to know your take on that, because that was one of the moments that made me cry. I will share the other two that made me cry in just a second.
I think their portrayal of emotions taking the wheel is very interesting. Like, for example, whenever they peer into others' heads, like in Riley's head, the thing that's helming it is joy, because that's kids are happy and that kind of stuff. But if you look at her parents, her mother is helmed by sadness, and her father is helmed by anger, with the joy and the other emotions being beside that. And I think that's really interesting.
Yeah.
And how anxiety kind of usurps that role from joy. And, you know, I really think it's interesting that nobody is portrayed as a villain in this movie.
Yeah.
Anxiety never is outright evil. While she might do stuff that, you know, she's not understanding that's hurting Riley, it's never portrayed as outright evil or bad or...
like mischievous?
Yeah,
kind of?
mischievous.
Okay.
And I really like that about the movie. And I also like that at the end, they all have to come together in order to solve this problem rather than Joy having to fix it all herself.
Yeah, I was actually going to comment on that too, because the other thing that made me really emotional was, you know, it was when Riley was playing the hockey game. It's the very end of the movie, and Anxiety was like, you have to score 3 goals, you have to score 3 goals, or else you're never going to be good enough. And you can just see Anxiety just like spiraling out of control. Like, she was hitting buttons so fast, I honestly couldn't keep up with her. And there was like a spiral around the console.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that depiction of like how a panic attack can work, and especially like someone like me, it's amazing. And, you know, all the emotions finally got back up there, and then Joy got into the like anxious spiral. And what made me cry was, like, she said, Anxiety, you don't get to pick who Riley is. And then Anxiety's just like nervously just like holding it, still trying to have control of her. And then she said, Anxiety, you need to let her go. And then the second she said that, she let her go. And that, I bawled so hard at that moment, because, you know, anxiety honestly tends to control my mind way more than any other emotion. And that just hit really hard. So I think like the animation with creating the panic attack and representing like how anxiety can work, not just in like a young teenager's mind, but in an adult mind, in an older mind too, is very, very relatable, especially for me.
Yeah, to touch on that, I actually do really like that in the movie, they also show that the parents have anxiety. Like that, you know, you're a teenager, that's the core audience of this movie, and they're not the only ones with this feeling.
Yeah, definitely. And like the sense of self, like at the very, very, very end before the end credits, like it was all the emotions. It was fear, it was joy, it was anxiety, it was anger, it was disgust, it was envy,
yeah,
embarrassment, ennui. Like it was everybody there. And you know, like the message that I honestly took away from this is that like we need, like us specifically, and this goes for anybody, we specifically need to be careful with, like, we need to not let anxiety go into the overdrive, like the catastrophic, crazy thoughts, by imagining endless chains of negativity, which is what was happening. And, you know, like, I got introduced to anxiety 3 years ago, and I've honestly never been the same. So, and, you know, I still struggle with bad thoughts, but seeing the movie, it was like, just the depiction of everything was, I feel like, was very accurate, and it was very showing. It was also very relatable too. So.
Speaking on the depiction of things, I wanted to know, I had some notes about the way the movie was. I thought the cinematography and the framing was very good. The animation was stellar. Like how every one of the emotions had like a little like texture on them. Like they're all fuzzy, and Joy had like, her hair was like, you know, that sand, the kinetic sand you play with, or not kinetic sand, but like, it looked like that, and I like that a lot. And I also like the part with the back of the mind, or where they're in the vault, and all the different animation styles pop up.
Yes.
I like that a lot. So I just wanted to think, what were your, do you have anything to say about that?
I think my favorite like animation in the vault was Pouchy. Pouchy was like, so he's like, hi guys, I'm Pouchy. You know, like it was, I think he was very like corny, but I definitely think it was like for comedic relief in a little bit, because you know they were bottled up emotions. Then here comes this weird looking pouch, like I have dynamite, I have a rubber duck, I have duct tape. It's like, the heck is that gonna do for us? But okay.
I also do like that every secret was in a different animation style. Like the big dark
yeah.
secret was like a Pixar style. Pouchy and the dog, I forgot, was it Bloopy or something?
The
like
dog?
that? Yeah, the dog that had the pouch. You know, it's like, hey guys, the Dora dog kind of thing. Like where you look at the camera, it's like, what should we do now?
Oh, I don't remember his name.
I don't remember his name either, but he was in a 2D art style compared to everybody else, which was in a 3D. And then Vance, or Lance? Yeah, Lance. He was in a, like, the
He was like
PS2
video game.
like polygonal
Yeah.
art style, which is also very interesting.
Yeah, the big dark secret, was that what it was? It kind of looked like, if y'all have ever seen Frozen, like the first Frozen.
It did look like Frozen.
It looked like Marshmallow, or
Oh,
what
it
Olaf
did.
called like that big monster. It
Yeah,
looked
the
like
snow
Marshmallow.
monster, yeah.
Except in this one, he was just a burnt marshmallow. Is there anything else you want to touch on?
Just a few last things. I thought the pace of the film was very good.
I agree.
For an hour and 30 minutes, you don't have a lot of time to go
yeah.
through a whole story like that, but they went through it well. I thought the deconstruction of Joy's character was also very well done. How, you know, she has a minor breakdown in the sort of rising of conflict to the climax, and then in the climax, she has a full breakdown where
She's like, I don't know what to do.
you know what to do. And I also like the portrayal of them making beliefs. How Anxiety's beliefs were like lightning and like scraggly, how the sense of self was also like that.
Yes.
And I also like how at the end they blow up the back of the mind, and all of the memories that were kept back there went like sieging forth into the beliefs. So all of that collected into what is her now sense of self. I really like that a lot.
Yeah, it's also like navigating like all of the emotions, not just like seeing joy or only feeling anger or only feeling anxious. Like you're feeling disgusted, you're feeling sad, you're feeling fearful or afraid of something. Yeah, I mean, I just think that, and you know, like if you've noticed, all of Anxiety's memories started with if. If I'm good at hockey, I'll have friends. If I make the team, I'll be the best. They all started with if.
I actually didn't notice that.
You didn't notice that? Yeah, it like every single one started with if. It never was a full-on fact, which is what anxiety does to us.
And the ending, I really like the ending from a writing standpoint. Whenever they're at the cafeteria table, like they jump forward from the camp into Riley's freshman year. They're at the cafeteria table and it's like, oh, coach is gonna release the stuff for the hockey team. I really like that they kept that vague.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't give a straight answer if she made it on there, so the viewers wouldn't feel, oh, it's she was given that if she made it on there, or they'd be sad if she didn't. They just cut it off, which was a very good choice, I think.
It's like a cliffhanger. Maybe there'll be an Inside Out 3. Who knows?
Riley becomes an adult, and nostalgia becomes the helm.
Oh, that'd be so awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us today on our movie review. We hope you enjoyed it.
I hope you enjoyed.
We'll see you next time. Bye. Woo! Good job. We freaking killed that.
Yeah.